Everyone laughed at the fact that the Prince of Beijing married a little fool. But the little fool smiled every day. Until the baby in the little fool's belly was aborted by the prince himself. The little fool stopped laughing. But the prince went crazy. Ryan, we have taken care of her for 3 years, and we have done our best. Just because she saved you back then, do you have to sacrifice your whole life? There are many ways to repay a favor, not necessarily by giving yourself. I watched the conversation between the mother and son and unconsciously clenched the corner of my clothes. Since Bella came, Ryan's mother seemed to hate me more and more. Although I am a fool, I can understand some of what they mean. They want me to separate from Ryan. After all, Bella is the daughter-in-law in her mind. She is Ryan's first love. They said that someone like me who repays a favor will never live in Ryan's heart. Bella is here, and I should give up my position as the wife of the Ryan family. But Ryan and I have been engaged for a long time. We played exciting games every night. We have a good relationship. Should I give up my position just because I am a fool? I looked at the man beside me with red eyes and anxiety. The man was elegant and noble, and the sunlight hid his angular face, which was very beautiful. His deep and charming eyes contained thousands of emotions, which were bottomless, as if anyone who looked at him would sink. It's just that the air pressure around him is too low. If you are not used to him being around, you can't bear it at all. Ryan's voice was cold, and his face was still expressionless. Mom, the Snow family had an engagement with us at the beginning. Even if the Snow family didn't save me, she is the real daughter-in-law of our Ryan family. What's more, she can't leave me. As he said, his warm big palm was attached to my little hand, and my heart seemed to settle down at this moment. Nonsense. She is a fool. Do you really want to be with a fool for the rest of your life? Ryan's mother stood up angrily, looking at me with eyes that seemed to be spitting fire. I shrank subconsciously, and then was brought into a warm embrace. Mom, you scared the Snow family. Look at her. She hides behind you all the time. Our Ryan family has lost face because of her. Ryan's mother was so angry that she trembled all over. Although I was afraid, I didn't want them to turn against each other. I resisted the reluctance and pushed the man in front of me away. Mom, don't be angry, I won't hide behind Ryan anymore. Don't call me Mom. She was so angry that her chest rose and fell, her well-maintained face wrinkled into a ball, and she looked at me with undisguised disgust. If it weren't for you, how could my son talk back to me? You are a jinx, please leave our family, can't you? Faced with her obvious malice, I still couldn't help but burst into tears. After my grandfather passed away, everything was different. It seemed that everyone hated me. No one could tolerate me. Cry, cry, cry. You just know how to cry. All the good luck of our Ryan family has been cried away by you. Auntie, don't be angry. The Snow family is mentally retarded. Don't bother with her. A gentle female voice sounded, and that bright and gentle face appeared in front of me. She was generous and decent, like a white swan, and I was just the ugly duckling that set off her beauty. When Ryan saw him, the coldness on his body dissipated a little, and even the corner of my clothes that I was holding was pulled back by him. He subconsciously approached, and the sun shone on the two of them. Ryan had a rare smile on his face. The two looked at each other, as if everything around them did not exist. I remembered the 2 words that Uncle taught me. Match. He is a child of destiny, and she is a new queen in the entertainment industry. And I am just a fool. I am not a match for Ryan in any way. If it weren't for me, I don't know how happy they would be. But if it wasn't for saving Ryan, I would also be an excellent person. Although there is a component of repaying a favor, if he doesn't want to, who can force him? After all, I am his legitimate wife. Look at Bella, if you marry her, why would Mom have to endure this? Okay, Mom, my current wife is from the Snow family. Don't say such misleading words in the future. The Snow family will be sad. He seemed to have recovered suddenly and looked at me. His eyes were smiling. I wanted to laugh, but tears came out again. I don't know why, I just felt so wronged. After Bella came, this family seemed to have an extra person. It's not Bella. It's me. There were bursts of laughter in the living room. Ryan's mother and Bella get along very well. And I can only watch everything silently like a rat in the gutter. Comfort myself over and over again. Even if they don't like me, I still have Ryan. He said he would always be with me. Always protect me. I don't know when the voices in the living room dissipated. When I woke up, it was dark. Madam, you didn't eat lunch at noon, so eat a little in the evening. The young master has a banquet in the evening and won't be back. Let you rest early. Uncle said, knocking on the door. I didn't eat much all day, and my heart was still stuffy. I was about to refuse, but my stomach protested. Okay. I still can't starve myself. I put on my shoes and went downstairs, just wanting to ask Uncle about Ryan's news. Suddenly, that handsome face appeared on TV. Before I could get excited, another delicate and bright face squeezed in. The two stood together, a handsome man and a beautiful woman. President Ryan, I heard that Mrs. Hu's position will be replaced soon. Is it true? You brought Bella to the event this time. Are you planning to make an official announcement? Ryan was about to speak with a cold face, and Bella came forward and put her arm on him, interlocking her fingers with him. The two of them got very close. It was exactly the same as Ryan and I played games every night. This is our private matter, it's not convenient to disclose. Ryan exuded an aura of keep away from strangers. He hated women taking advantage of his popularity the most, and he would get angry every time. This time, he didn't clarify. My heart suddenly tightened, and a surge of hot blood rushed to my head. I ran out of the villa. No, I have to ask clearly. What is their relationship? Madam. Where are you going so late? Uncle's anxious voice came from behind. But I had no time to care. Now I just wanted to know the answer urgently. At the banquet, the wine flowed. Men and women were all dressed brightly. But I only had eyes for Ryan. I wanted to know the answer urgently now. If he really didn't want to be with me, then I would leave. Grandpa said, don't waste your life with someone who doesn't like you. Follow your heart. Ryan was a prince of the world wherever he went, and he was particularly eye-catching. I saw him surrounded by Olivia at a glance. Bella followed him, and Ryan naturally protected her by his side. My nose was sour, and I suddenly rushed up. Ryan, tell me, do you like me or not? I looked at him with red eyes, holding the hem of my skirt tightly. But the hem of my skirt was wet and it was very uncomfortable to stick to my body. But I still wanted an answer urgently. Why are you here? Ryan frowned and looked at me. There was no joy in his eyes, but deep displeasure. That's right, he never allowed me to attend such occasions. Don't worry about it. Just answer what I said. I looked at him eagerly, and he pursed his lips and said nothing. Olivia and others rushed up. Snow, are you afraid of losing President Ryan when you made this appearance? President Ryan took you in, but you repaid him with hatred. Isn't it too unreasonable? Yes, Snow, you are not a normal person. Can't you give up your position for President Ryan and let him find a better one? Snow, you can't repay hatred with kindness. When do you plan to give up your position? Olivia's questions were overwhelming. But I could feel that they were all targeting me. Why were they targeting me? Everyone, stop asking Snow. She is mentally retarded and can't answer everyone's questions. Bella's gentle voice came. She was like a gentle swan, elegant and graceful, shining under the light. I looked in the direction of the voice, and my eyes were red instantly. I felt dizzy and lost consciousness the next second. How is my wife? Luca's voice was serious, How can a patient who is pregnant get wet in the rain? Now that you have a fever, you can't take medicine, you can only cool down physically. Be careful in the future, don't get sick again. The man was silent for a long time and responded. I learned the news of pregnancy from Miss Emma. Ryan, they said that I have a baby in my belly, is it true? I slowly put my hand on my lower abdomen and gently stroked it, with tenderness in my eyes. The man responded, yeah. Then we will be a family of 3 in the future. Grandpa said that a family of 3 is the most stable, and we can be together forever in the future. I smiled brightly, but he didn't seem very happy. That idiot is pregnant? Is she going to give birth to a little idiot to harm our Ryan family? Isn't one idiot enough? When Ryan's mother learned that I was pregnant, her eyes were almost spitting fire. She suddenly came forward and grabbed me. Come on, come with me to have an abortion now. This child can't be kept. No. I don't want it, this is my baby. I struggled desperately and hid behind Ryan subconsciously. Ryan really stopped her. Mom, you will scare her like this. Ryan's mother was anxious in an instant. Haven't you been harmed enough by this woman? Are you really going to piss off your mother to death? You can't have this child, otherwise your life will be over. My eyes were red. Mom, this is your grandson, why don't you want him? Grandpa said that as long as I have a child, I can live happily with Ryan forever. Even Ryan's mother will treat me well. Why is everything different now that I'm pregnant? Don't you look at your own conditions? You are still a fool, and you still want to harm our Ryan family. I don't need you to give birth to my grandchildren. There are many people willing to give birth to children for our Ryan family. Okay, Mom, don't mention this matter again. Ryan said, and hugged me back to the bedroom. Fortunately, Ryan was on my side. I hugged him tightly, fearing that I would lose this last straw. After I got pregnant, Ryan was much gentler to me. We seemed to have returned to the past. The past without Bella. Since Bella appeared, he has ignored me from time to time. Fortunately, I have a baby. I touched my belly with a happy face. Snow. Ryan's gentle voice sounded, and I saw that he looked at me with a guilty look. I was immersed in happiness and didn't care at all. Let's go to the hospital, it's time for a prenatal checkup. The prenatal checkup can see if the baby lives well in the belly. Of course, I am willing. I followed him to the hospital. But this time seemed different from before. This time Ryan's expression was particularly solemn, and even Lucas changed, looking at me with a particularly serious look. Ryan, a bad premonition came over me, and I was a little panicked in an instant. It's okay. He gently took my hand and comforted. This time the baby has a problem, Lucas is going to treat him. Don't be afraid, you don't want the baby to feel uncomfortable, right? When I heard that the baby would feel uncomfortable, I immediately shook my head. I don't want the baby to feel uncomfortable. I will be good. He gently stroked my head and whispered softly, it will be fine after a good sleep. I was pushed into a small room with the headlights on. Lucas gave me an injection, saying that it was the nutrition the baby needed. For the sake of the baby, I gritted my teeth and insisted, and didn't say a word. But for some reason, my eyelids became heavier after the injection. Finally, I couldn't help it and fell asleep. When I opened my eyes again, I was already in the ward. Ryan was sitting in front of the bed with a worried look on his face. When he saw me wake up, he immediately cared. How is it? Do you feel pain? Is the baby okay? I looked at him expectantly. A trace of unnaturalness flashed across his face, and he nodded. It's okay now, you lie down well, I have something to do in the company, and I will see you again in the evening. I was so happy to hear that the baby was fine. With the baby accompanying me, everything else was not so important. I touched my belly excitedly. But an uninvited guest arrived. Bella looked at me with mockery in her eyes. The baby is gone, what's the point of touching your belly? My heart skipped a beat and I glared at her fiercely. You are talking nonsense. The baby is still in my belly. Ryan was afraid that you would give birth to a stupid child, so he coaxed you into having an abortion. Do you think he really loves you? He can easily give up your child, so what about you? Do you still want to stay with him? Bella stared at me harshly, completely losing her previous gentleness and generosity. She was like a demon crawling out of hell, and I was scared by her. I subconsciously wanted to run out. As soon as I reached the door, my feet softened and I fell to the ground. I felt an empty feeling in my stomach. My face turned pale instantly. It seemed that the baby was really gone. Snow, what are you doing? You just had an abortion and can't get out of bed. Emma ran over and helped me up. Hearing this, I exploded. Who allowed you to take the baby away? That's my baby, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? Your husband's decision, we can't do anything about it. Emma looked embarrassed. It was Ryan. I was stunned, and his guilty face appeared in my mind. It turned out that his gentleness to me was just to take the baby away. A fishy sweetness instantly surged in my mouth. The next second, I lost consciousness. Ryan, Emma also accidentally let it slip. The Snow family is immature and will definitely forget about this matter soon. Don't worry. Bella's voice was full of self-blame, but the man next to her didn't say a word. Open your eyes again. Bella immediately came up excitedly. Snow family, are you okay? When I came to see you, you ran out like crazy, and I was scared to death. Snow, are you okay? Ryan's voice was still gentle, and his eyes were filled with deep concern for me. The moment I saw him, I slapped him. A fire burned fiercely in my heart. He killed my baby with his own hands. Our baby. Snow family, how can you be big Ryan? Ryan has been guarding you all night. Bella looked at Ryan with a distressed face, as if they were a couple. Bella, this is between me and Snow. Ryan turned his head and looked at me with slightly red eyes, and a red slap mark appeared on his fair face. Snow, I was wrong about this. But you are not suitable for childbirth now. Why? Is it because I am the fool you say? I looked at him coldly. This is my child, and you didn't even give me a chance to keep him. Ryan, I hate you. I was taken back to the villa by Ryan. After that incident, he came back earlier and earlier. I don't know if it was out of guilt. But no matter how he compensated, the baby would not come back. Lying on the soft big bed, the moonlight sprinkled down. For the first time, I had the thought of escaping from Ryan. I really couldn't be with the murderer who killed my baby. Grandpa said that I just reacted slower than others. But just because of this, in their eyes, I was not qualified to have my own child. Snow, it's been so long, don't you plan to forgive me? The man behind me suddenly reached out and took me into his arms. Feeling the man's breath, I felt extremely disgusted for the first time. I didn't say anything, and the air fell into silence. He suddenly stood up and pressed me down, pressing his hot body against me. I asked Lucas about this action. This is the action of carrying a baby. Thinking of my unborn baby, a wave of heat surged up, and I kicked him to the ground. The lust in Ryan's eyes suddenly cleared, and he looked at me with a strong displeasure. He seemed very dissatisfied with my rejection. It's been so long since that happened, is it necessary to keep holding on to it? Or do you want to give up on me because of that piece of meat? That piece of meat? It turns out that in his heart, the baby is just a piece of meat. Get out. I don't want to see you. Get out. I punched and kicked him. Ryan didn't expect me to react so strongly. After hesitating for a moment, he left without looking back. The chill enveloped me. I began to miss Kiki. Kiki is my best friend. If she were here, she would definitely stand up for me. Bella's concerned voice came from the door. Ryan, how could the Snow family hit you? Come, let me see. After that incident, Bella didn't know why she moved directly into the Ryan family. Ryan's mother was very happy and asked Bella about her well-being every day. If I didn't know, I would think that Bella was her daughter-in-law. But I don't care anymore. My mind was very confused during this period, and I often thought of the bits and pieces with Ryan. These were all unfamiliar scenes to me, and I needed time to digest them. At the same time, my emotions returned to normal little by little. Especially every time I quarreled with Ryan, I had a severe headache. I thought, I don't need him anymore. Ryan, I want to divorce you. Hearing the news, people in the room had different expressions. Ryan's mother, who had never smiled at me, immediately came up and held my hand. Good boy, have you finally figured it out? I knew you were a sensible child. It's great that you can think this way. After the divorce, if you want to eat the dishes cooked by Auntie, come over anytime. Auntie welcomes you anytime. Before the divorce, Ryan's mother's way of addressing me had changed. Mom, Snow is talking nonsense, do you take it seriously? Ryan protected me behind him. Snow can't leave me, you don't know that? What's more, Snow became like this to save me, and I have to be responsible for her for the rest of my life. What nonsense are you talking about? There are many ways to repay a favor. Even if you are divorced, she can live in our house. At worst, I will take her in as my goddaughter. Mom, I said, Snow can't leave me, don't say such misleading words in the future, my wife can only be from the Snow family. Ryan pulled me into the bedroom without saying anything. He threw me hard on the bed. He pressed me under him. His eyes were full of anger. Snow, what do you mean? It's just a child. Are you still brooding over it? My eyes were red, and I choked with sobs. Ryan, you said you would make me happy forever. But now I am following you, and I am very sad. He seemed to be hit by something, and his eyes looking at me were gradually filled with guilt. Sorry, it's all my fault. I will make it up to you in the future. Let's live a good life. He held me tightly in his arms, as if he wanted to rub me into his bones and blood. It's just too late. I don't want him anymore. Recently, I always dream about my grandfather. Grandpa misses me very much. I miss him too. Grandpa. After waking up from the dream, I saw a fruit knife not far away. Anyway, no one in this world likes me. It's better to go and accompany Grandpa earlier. Bella once told me that if you bleed too much, you will die. Thinking of the kind-looking Grandpa, I subconsciously clenched the dagger. Grandpa, I'm here. When Ryan came back, he brought the small cake I like to eat. Oh no, Ryan, the Snow family cut their wrists. The small cake fell to the ground, and I watched it floating in the air. The man walked towards the room like crazy. He carried me covered in blood into the car. Quick! Go to the hospital. Until I entered the operating room, his face was pale. I floated in the air and looked at him. This is the first time I saw a worried look on his face. Although he usually has expressions on this face, he is often cold. Unlike the out-of-control look today. Ryan, don't worry, the Snow family will be fine. Bella tried to comfort him, but Ryan fixed her eyes on him. What are you doing here? Move out of the Ryan family. If it weren't for you, how could the Snow family be angry with me? We were always fine before, why did you come to disturb us? Bella's eyes were red instantly. Ryan, I'm just a guest at home, I didn't do anything, how can you say that to me? Yes, Ryan, this matter really can't be blamed on Bella, she was so depressed that she committed suicide. But if this idiot really died, we would be clean. Ryan's warning eyes fell on Ryan's mother. Ryan's mother immediately kept silent. After a while, she took Bella away. Ryan stood alone in the corridor of the hospital, full of regret. Snow, it's my fault. Don't be in trouble. Unfortunately, my life is still saved. But I didn't want to wake up, so I could only lie in the hospital like a vegetable. Unexpectedly, Ryan didn't dislike me at all, but took good care of me. Snow, I've thought about it for a long time during this period. You are right. I was wrong before. I should respect you. Don't worry, when you wake up, I will do whatever you say. Ryan grabbed my hand, his eyes full of tenderness. I looked at him and slowly said, "Will you also do what I want for the divorce?" He didn't hear me, but wiped my body as usual. And started working on the desk next to him. Ryan is really busy. In addition to the meetings he has to attend, he has to sign hundreds of documents every day. I feel tired watching him, but he enjoys it, like a robot. He always holds my hand and says with a smile, "Snow, I work hard to earn you a small cake, okay?" I didn't respond on the bed. I frowned on the side, "I don't want to eat your cake." Ryan, the Snow family has been in a coma for so long, they should have recovered long ago. Do you really want to stay with this idiot for the rest of your life? After a long time, Ryan's mother began to persuade him every other day. Bella is a good girl, she has you in her heart, although her family background is a little worse than ours, it is better than this idiot after all. If you really can't let go of this idiot, I believe Bella will take care of him with you. Bella on the side also said, "Yes Ryan, I am willing to take care of the Snow family with you, and I must treat the Snow family as my own sister. Don't think too much, because you have delayed your life because of a momentary anger. Who said Snow can't wake up? Get out of here. It's another winter." Ryan started to change beautiful dresses for me. I even started to learn makeup and put on exquisite makeup for me. Dressed me up like a doll. "Snow, don't you like to wear a beautiful little skirt? Now I've put it on for you, it looks so beautiful, open your eyes and take a look." He looked at me with red eyes and a choked voice. "Lucas said I still don't want to wake up. If I don't wake up in 3 days, I will lie in bed for the rest of my life." I looked at myself bored. I really don't want to wake up. I miss Grandpa. But where Grandpa is, I don't know. Bella lied to me. She said that this way I can see Grandpa. But I drifted for a long time and couldn't see Grandpa. It seems that there is no hope. Ryan found my best friend Kiki. When I saw Kiki, I was so excited that I wanted to hug her, but I was empty. "You don't let me see her, but you made me like this?" Kiki slapped Ryan directly. Kiki, who was always afraid of him, actually had such courage for me. My nose was sore and I began to regret listening to Ryan and not seeing Kiki. I liked playing with Kiki at the beginning, just because Kiki never treated me as a fool, she treated me as a living person. She respected me very much. She took me to do all kinds of exciting things, trying to awaken my memory and stimulate my brain. But Ryan was angry. She didn't allow me to associate with Kiki, and even directly put pressure on Kiki to send Kiki abroad. At first, I missed Kiki very much. But as Ryan kept brainwashing me, I almost forgot Kiki. Now is not the time to talk about this. She doesn't want to wake up now. The situation is critical. Do you want to see her lying in bed for the rest of her life? Kiki finally reacted and held my hand and cried bitterly. "You big fool. Do you know how stupid you are? If you don't like this bastard, just leave. There are more than one in the world. Your grandfather left you so much money. Can you die without getting married in this life? What's more, you have me. Can you really bear to abandon me? We agreed to travel around the world. Are you going to break your promise? Do you still have a conscience?" Kiki's words made me sober instantly. Yes, I still have Kiki. Why must I be with a man who hurts me? Isn't this a big fool? No. I don't want to be a big fool. Thinking of this, I ran directly towards my body. "Snow, you finally woke up." Kiki hugged me and cried with joy. Ryan's eyes were red beside me. "Does the divorce still count?" I blinked at him. The man's voice was hoarse, and it seemed that he had made up his mind for a long time before he responded with a yeah. You've made it, girl. You want a divorce as soon as you wake up? Coming out of the Civil Affairs Bureau, Kiki raised her eyebrows at me. Have you come to your senses? Didn't you want to die for him before? I shrugged. I haven't been happy during this period, and Grandpa doesn't want me to live like this. That's right. I have regained my IQ. I remembered everything before. Ryan, who was not far away, looked at me affectionately, with guilt in his eyes. Snow, I'm really sorry for making you sad during this period. The matter of the child is my fault. If you encounter anything in the future, you must come to me. We are still the same as before. I looked at him calmly. There is no going back. Ryan, we are completely over. Living in the manor left to me by my grandfather, life is more comfortable than ever. I didn't feel precious when I lived like this before. Now I went to the Ryan family and realized that I had lived a fairy-like life before. As expected, a woman is most comfortable staying at home. Especially Kiki is with me. I chat and laugh in the manor all day long, and my life is very fulfilling. But today, an uninvited guest came to the manor. Snow, it was my fault before. I shouldn't have separated you. You don't know that Bella is a vicious woman. She took advantage of my trust in her and did some sneaky things. The company is now seriously affected by her. Many people withdrew their capital, and now the capital chain is broken. Didn't your grandfather leave you a lot of money? After all, you were my daughter-in-law before. You can't really watch the Ryan family fall, right? What's more, Ryan has always been very good to you. Hearing this, I suppressed the disgust in my heart. Before I could say anything, Kiki laughed out loud. Oh, if you don't know, you would think you saved Snow's life. You should understand that Snow saved your son and is your family's savior. Snow is mentally impaired because of your son, but you are not grateful to her. Instead, you treat her harshly and beat her child. Now that something happened, you think of Snow instead. How can there be such shameless people in the world? It's disgusting. Orion's mother looked extremely ugly, but she still stared at me. Snow. Kiki is right. I have no relationship with your family for a long time. You killed my child, and I have done my best not to settle accounts with you. If you come to my house to disgust me again, don't blame me for kicking you out with a big stick. Did you hear me? Get out. Ryan also hurried over, and his eyes lit up when he saw me. Snow, how have you been lately? I smiled. Without you, I've been doing great. I didn't expect your family to be so shameless. At this time, you're still planning to take my grandfather's property. Ryan's face changed immediately. Mom, why are you telling Snow all this? Don't we owe Snow enough? Yeah, if you hadn't brought back that Bella, how could my Snow be coaxed into committing suicide by her? Kiki stared at them with bloodshot eyes. Snow is fine now, that's because she's lucky. If you dare to come to Snow again, I'll let the dog bite you. As Kiki said this, De Huang beside him also barked twice in cooperation. Ryan's mother was frightened and hid behind Ryan. You are too unreasonable. Who knows what happened in the past? You are stupid, and you blame me? I sneered. It's my own stupidity. The Ryan group has ended up like this because of your stupidity. You let the wolf into the house and ruined the efforts of several generations of you. You deserve it. You. Ryan's mother was choked with anger and pointed at me and trembled with anger. Ryan stared at me without blinking, his eyes full of tenderness. I will seek justice for you in this matter. Snow, I don't ask for your forgiveness, I just hope you can be well and happy. I looked at him coldly. It's unnecessary. I don't want to see you again in this life. Ryan looked at me and his eyes were red in an instant. Okay, son, why do you say these things to such people? Ryan's mother was kicked out of the house and left cursing. The first thing Ryan did when he returned was to deal with Bella. Bella was sold to northern Myanmar by Ryan. I heard that she lived a miserable life in the red light district. Ryan also made a request that she get pregnant and have miscarriages frequently. Soon Bella couldn't hold on and became seriously ill. She was dying. Ryan sent his mother to a nursing home. She, who always liked to show off, became a joke in the circle. Soon she was like a deflated balloon. The Ryan family could have held on, but for some reason Ryan gave up saving them and let the Ryan group go bankrupt as if to atone for his sins. He even took the evidence of tax evasion in the group to the police station and surrendered himself. Ryan got what he wanted and successfully went to jail. The Ryan family completely disappeared in Zhongcheng. Later he wrote me a letter, but I was too lazy to read it, so I tore it up and let it fly in the wind. I don't plan to forgive him. Never in this life. Later I inherited my grandfather's assets worth hundreds of millions and started traveling around the world with Kiki. From now on, I will only live for myself.